Water changes are the #1 most important part of maintaining your aquarium. I'm sure you've already seen a ton of YouTube videos on how to do water changes. I've got one of those too. Check it out up there. But this video is going to be about helping you to understand why it's so important to do water changes. Are you ready? Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to KaveMan Aquatics. If it's your first time here, my name is Kev from KaveManAquatics.com, and on this channel I make a bunch of helpful videos on all topics of the aquarium hobby that get straight to the point so you can get back to enjoying your beautiful fish. Now if you make it to the end of the video, make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing so you won't miss any new content. So water changes, love them or hate them, it's part of the hobby. It's part of your required maintenance. Luckily, the majority of long-term fish keepers eventually enjoy doing them. It's part of the satisfaction of knowing that you're taking care of your fish. You're keeping their home clean. You're keeping your guys happy and healthy. But why do you need to do water changes in the first place? Well, your fish are living in a box of water. In that box of water, they still need to eat, and then they're going to create waste, or my favorite word, poop. That poop stays in this box of water until we, the fish keeper, remove it. Now I know what you're thinking, isn't that what our filters are for? Well, yes and no. Our filters do a few things. They mechanically filtrate your water, which means that they remove the physical piece of waste out of your water. You know, the actual piece of poop. Along with other waste like uneaten food and particles floating around in your water. This is also the part of your filtration that gives you crystal clear looking water. I got more on that subject up there. But before your filters get a chance to remove that physical waste, the damage has already been done. That waste floating around in your water and in your filter is converting to ammonia. Ammonia is toxic and deadly. Ammonia is the #1 killer of fish, especially in a new tank. This is called new tank syndrome. And the only way to remove that ammonia is by way of your beneficial bacteria. This beneficial bacteria growing inside your tank is going to convert that ammonia into another toxic form called nitrite, and then convert it again to a far less toxic form called nitrate. Without this beneficial bacteria in your system, that ammonia is going to stay right in your tank, with or without a filter. But our filters help to grow beneficial bacteria by way of the biological media that we put inside of them. This biomedia is where most, not all, but most of your beneficial bacteria will live on and grow on. But this bacteria takes time to grow, which is why you're always told that you can't add fish immediately right into a brand new tank. You have to give the nitrogen cycle a chance to complete before adding fish to your tank. If you'd like more info on the nitrogen cycle, I've got a video for you. I'll put it right there. So hopefully I haven't lost you, and you remember that the last thing I said that your bacteria converts ammonia into is nitrate. Well, the nitrates stay in your tank, and the only way to remove nitrates is by you via water change. Your filters will not remove nitrates. Adding another filter will not remove nitrates. Adding more biomedia will not remove nitrates. The only way to successfully remove these nitrates is by removing old water and replacing it with new water. The only other thing that can help with nitrates is live plants. Live plants will reduce your nitrates, but they do not replace a good old-fashioned water change. They may be able to help reduce the frequency of how often you got to do a water change, but still, water change is best. Even though nitrates are far less toxic than ammonia and nitrite, it's still toxic. And as your fish continue to eat and poop, the ammonia increases. Your bacteria converts it all, and that makes your nitrates increase as well. As your nitrates increase past 40 parts per million, it begins to become harmful for your fish. It can stunt their growth, it can stop them from mating, it can cause stress, which leads to disease. Which is why it's important to test your water periodically so you can get a good feel for when your nitrates will reach about 40 parts per million, give or take a few. But every tank is different. It all depends on your bioload. How many fish do you have? How big are your fish? How much do you feed? How often do you feed? All these will affect how fast your nitrates rise in your tank. Reaching about 40 parts per million is a good indication of when it's time to do a water change. Now I say about 40 parts per million because depending on your fish and how hardy they are, some fish can handle a little bit more than 40 parts per million, while others fish can only handle a little bit less. Along with removing nitrates during a water change, new water adds trace elements and minerals back into your tank that were used up in the old water. As these trace elements get used up by your fish, it can alter your pH, mess with your water's chemistry. It can affect your beneficial bacteria from converting ammonia into nitrate. By adding new water, you're essentially replacing the vitamins and minerals that keep your fish happy and healthy. Now that you know why you should be water changing, you can watch this video right here on exactly how to do it. Or if you're a beginner in the hobby, I put together a great playlist specifically for you. You can watch that one right here. But before you do anything, make sure that you like this video and don't forget to subscribe. See you on the next one.